have something like this
for
like no reason, but it's all good. Like that? Who's a man? How is it?
All right, it is Thursday morning. Finally got some good rest. Weather's been pretty crazy out here. It's been really dynamic. There's some tornado warnings even in the area. It was pouring rain, destroyed a ton of tents out there in the paddock. Luckily, this thing fared well, and for it not being tied down as well. The rest of the team is here doing preliminary checks and setup over the car, and our practice is about to start here in about an hour. For me personally, just get in the zone, just try to get relaxed, stay focused. Haven't driven the car yet since we've had the car on the dyno, but I feel confident with it. It was sounding good, it was ripping.
A Sunoco E85R just smells so good. There's literally nothing that I've ever ran that smelled like that. Alright, so we're lined up here for practice.
First time ever using my defroster, which is super nice.
That guy, right there.
It's really wet right now, as you can see, it's really coming down. Just gonna play around with throttle settings, boost settings. More than anything, we're gonna use this session really just to feel out the car and get a general form of where the car is at.
You like that?
I love your liver.
It's a little different, you know, not always the same. It's a little bit simple.
Some shit that I've never seen before. Hard to say in a drift car, on a pro drift car.
Right.
Fucking sponsor stickers everywhere.
Right.
Shit I've never seen. I love it.
Thank you.
I really like the printed fade with texture.
And this like
this little
glows in the dark. Like it's like reflective.
So it's printed on reflective.
Yes.
Light.
Yes. Yes.
12, 14 grand in vinyl on this fucking
Actually, no, it wasn't that bad actually.
No?
Believe it or not, no.
The reflective, is it wrap material or non-wrap material?
I don't think it's wrap material.
Yeah,
yeah, it was. Yeah.
I had to buy a freaking $3,000
Oh my gosh,
roll of
the
red chrome.
is
$3 grand.
so expensive.
And then I cheaped out. I didn't buy, not even close to a full roll of the blue chrome. Got my measuring tape out. All right, I need exactly 5 yards. That's all I'm buying.
It looks so sick though.
I know. And Ian, when he's like red chrome on the rear bumper, I'm like, out of all the fucking places, like, why the rear bumper?
Oh, they should have done it black. It's like, oh, my bumper budget just went up so much.
Yeah. Every time this guy gets some fucking spare vinyl out to patch it up, I'm just like, ching, ching.
Yeah, right.
There's $80 to patch a freaking bumper. That's $80 right there.
Oh man, you missed your F chassis?
Never. I like looking at them. I hate driving them.
Really?
Hey, but you got the front rack now.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's so nice. It's so nice.
That's a different
bro.
car.
Oh yeah.
That's a different car.
Well, now, dude, even having like the adjustable front and rear bars, having really good quality like
having
suspension,
a sway bar and having a front rack means that this is not an S chassis.
it just keeps becoming more. Yeah, it's like its own thing now. You know, it's like, okay, you like how it looks, you like the weight placement, you like where you sit in the seat. Like that's what's important to me.
I love the ducting.
Dude, it works. So like this actually drops intake air temperature when you're on throttle.
Yep.
When you're sitting, it'll cook up, but as soon as you jump on it, it's.
If you're worried about it going up, you just put a little fan on there and then it cancels each other out.
Well, it has 2 fans on the intercooler. So it's like a V mount, which also vents this.
The intercooler made a huge difference too.
Oh yeah.
That's a crazy little guy.
Little swooper right there. Yeah. Super short piping.
Yeah.
Electronic actuated internal gate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if you want it closed, you want it closed. You want it open,
no other gates. That one gate.
That's it. Well, dude, you got a really sweet setup too, man. I mean, I remember I had the same one in the
happy.
Z. Oh, it's temperamental too?
It's, everything.
This is what you guys got to understand. At this level, it doesn't matter what you have. Like, they all have issues. It's just how well are you equipped to deal with the issues at the time of when it happens.
Yeah.
And that's really when it comes to.
Not $1 spared. The best money can fucking buy. Yes. Something still goes wrong.
Of course, of course. They're never done, man. But I mean, so we logged miles. Last year, I think I got like 600 miles. But
what the fuck?
600 miles total all year.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
But think about it.
Yeah.
It's on the limiter all its life.
That's a lot.
It literally goes from the paddock to here, drive it to kill it, and then fucking go put it away, you know?
This thing looks good, dude.
Thank you, dude. Am I ready?
Oh, jeez.
I gotta go.
Oh, get to work.
I guess I gotta get to work.
No, excuse me, Madison will be down there as well. So crazy turn events. Look at this. Look at these 2 young bucks. I say young, but 30 and 35, I guess, young, respectively. Ben Hobson, a Formula Drift Pro rookie. Ryan Literal, the Sunoco vehicle, and there we go. We're back at it. Here we go, Ben Hobson. The RB Army and Ben Hobson, he's very familiar with the Ford Mustang, comes in at the second outside zone, could be a little bit deeper here. But he knows this track, he's drifted here multiple times between Pro Spec and Pro Am, so Hobson dialing in. Seems very expedited, seemed like it was just kind of similar to that of Hansen, but out front. And, you know, it's great to see Literal back on the track. He's had some issues here and there.
Yeah, I love how aggressive Literal is in the chase in the beginning. He's right on his bumper. That RB is keeping up with that Ford Mustang. And as we come through here, you can see how those Mustangs slingshot. And Brian, I mean, trying to keep up there, does a good job. Cuts a bit of line there. Ben definitely could have been deeper through that zone. Brian keeping good proximity, following the line quite well. And then Ben right here throws on the jets. You can just see how fast those Mustangs are. Brian does a good job. I mean, it's tough. Those cars make so much grip, so much power. It's very linear. It's very different. You know, you're driving an RB versus something that's a V8 that's got you know, like 400 shot of nitrous in it. So cars are going to act very differently. But seeing how aggressive Ryan was on that run-up, that gives me some intrigue to see what's about to happen.
Absolutely. And
after the horseshoe, but Literal was definitely full court press. Here we go, across the
yes, here we go across the nose of that Ford Mustang. goes that S15, the Sunoco vehicle. The three spokes go round now, past that inside clip now. Coming up the hill, look at that. Talk about power, and Literal just runs away with it into that second outside zone. Ben Hobson on the outside looking in. Let's check that different angle. You can see now both these guys fighting to get in their first 32 of the year.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
And I'll tell you what went wrong from that inside clip to set the first outside zone for Hobson in that chase position?
I think it could almost go as far back as the initiation. Ryan Literal is he's one of our style boys. See what it looks like. Look at how far out he swings. And then Ben, right there, you can see the hesitation. Doesn't know what to do. Kind of worms the car around and just really never gets back in the fight. Has to, he punches that inside clip there, straightens up through it, misses all of that outside zone. Now Ryan here goes really wide, almost too much angle. That car's got, it doesn't have a ton of side bite in it. As you can see through this section, the car definitely likes to swing it around. But there was definitely a major correction there from Ryan Literal coming into the keyhole. But Ben, from this point on, fighting to get back into it, has to cut a lot everywhere. And look at Ryan, almost 90 degrees to the curb there as he comes up. Big left foot brake. And because he doesn't have that side bite, he's not able to push the car into it. So it's tough. You can't always dial in everything that you want in a car. And sometimes by adding more forward bite, you're going to lose some side bite.
Yeah.
Ryan Literal would love to give his way, and it looks like he does. Ryan Literal and Sunoco collab.
All right, so Ryan Literal will chase him down, that staggered start. Lights everywhere, man. You can barely see them. All right, Jeff Jones comes down the hill. Ryan Literal, you can see him being aggressive from the start. This is good practice, but you want to salvage your vehicle for game day. But Jeff Jones, this would be a great momentum push for him. And as obviously, Jeff Jones hammering down, and Literal tucked in. To that pocket, the hot pocket, but it's smoke filled.
I love the way that Ryan is transitioning. So there's a bunch of different ways to transition in the chase, and what he's doing is kind of holding back and shooting through it. So I'll point it out here in a second, but it's really, really smart. So Jeff Jones going up there, tons of smoke, like just burning those tires off. So come through here, Jeff could have been a little bit deeper, and now we start to see it come through. Watch here, Ryan, look at it. Just times it perfectly. Doesn't have to pull the car back, does the exact same thing through here. Doesn't have to pull the car back. It's such a smooth, elegant way to chase. It's so hard to do though. It's much easier to dive into the pocket, tap the brakes, pull the car back, dive back in. Like it's just a different technique, and that's what I love, especially about drifting, is like there's so many different ways you can do this.
But would love to see him mimic that angle more. And that first clip point in the chase, he kind of straight line, kind of beelined across it. But right now, you called him a styly boy. So let's see if the styly boy shows up here right now. Up here right now, and I would say definitely so. Look at that massive angle there. I mean, he is parallel parking that thing into that second outside zone. great. That is two really good runs from both of these guys who would really love to be on the box here in Atlanta.
I don't think anybody can be upset no matter how this decision goes. But
right.
Check out that big swing there. Little bit of a brake tap, e-brake there, front brake tap. Comes to that inside clip, does a good job there. Jeff doing a good job keeping the car in proximity but not super tight. Ryan scrubs a lot of speed there, so could have been a bit deeper through that outer zone, and then still on the power is able to get the car rotated around. So still while driving the car forward, bringing the car around. I'm happy to see the Ryan Littrell that we got to see back in Pro 2, the Ryan Littrell that we all know can drive.
Driving into the track, we got the best spot in the house, biggest activation in the entire paddock. Right when you walk down, we were the first one that you see. So rad. It's so crazy how far we've come from having our very humble pickup truck that would brake every 100 miles.
I hated that thing.
It'd brake every 100 miles. The car was more reliable than the truck was. I should have had the truck on the trailer, not the car. But our little enclosed trailer that we still have to this day, that little black one that you'll see in the videos. Yeah, it's really cool. It's really surreal. It really couldn't be a more beautiful day today.
Car was absolutely shredding on Thursday. Boys are going through everything. It's going to shred today, and we're going to be putting it down today. I'm just excited to get out there and drive and have some fun. Then hang out for a little bit, hang out with the team, talk with them, get ready for practice.
He is definitely proven to be here. And Olsen on a tear. Two very similar chassis, but look at this, Simon Olsen. Woo! Look at Ryan Littrell coming in. To that second inside. Oh, we got contact. Oh, he stayed in it, and then Simon Olsen shuts it down. Coming out of that horseshoe, now snapping back, Ryan Littrell finishes out. So again, you saw Simon Olsen try to reinitiate and get back out there, so, you know, hey, we've seen this story, but two different outcomes. We'll see how that unfolds.
Yeah, so this ends up playing out very similar to what just happened with Adam LZ, but let's take a look here. Simon Olsen doing a good job with initiation. And we're seeing Mr. Littrell there doing a phenomenal job in the chase, mirroring the angle here. A little bit later as he comes into this section, then Simon really tight there, and you can see in that case very clear the impedance that happens. So this is kind of the difference between this situation and what happened with Adam, where right here you can see when they transition out that Ryan is too tight in, and
he's impeding.
Yeah, and
he impedes on the transition.
Where I really, in the Adam situation, there's a ton of smoke in there, and it, I guess, wasn't as apparent in that situation as it was here. So very similar.
I'm actually surprised on how much damage was sustained to Simon Olsen's car. 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, it's I mean, it was a substantial hit. I mean, it definitely.
But first glance, though, we both thought it was going to be cosmetic. Yeah. That's not the case. Here we go. Ryan Littrell out front. He was running 100%. The car's looking great. The Sunoco S chassis, RB Army, Extreme Sim. Imagine the Sim Racing Kenda Tires vehicle coming down the hill. Jacob, is this enough? Again, with that contact, you got to think that first battle with Simon leading and again, Ryan impeding on that transition, that is obviously going to hurt him and the outcome of this battle.
Was it a phenomenal run? Yes. Was it enough to take out Simon Olsen with that much of a detriment? I highly doubt it. Did have a bit of a struggle there through the first inside clip. First outside zone looked good. Second outside zone is pretty good. Did dip a tire. Didn't go quite deep enough there on that inside clip. But it's tough, man. You don't know exactly what damage was done to Ryan Littrell's car either. They only had a 5 minute to do it. He probably checked it.
So I did not film an outro for this video. Atlanta was a great event for us, all said and done. Nobody wants to go out in top 32, but considering what we've experienced at the beginning of the season, just being able to rip in the seating bracket, you know, we had a great battle with Ben, we had a great battle with Jeff, and I still feel it was a great battle with Simon considering what we had to go up against. I had followed Odie in practice, and Odie was super fast. He walked me. So we put all the grip that we could in the car to get as much momentum out of the car as possible. It proved to be a little bit too much, actually. Those new Kenda tires are no joke, man. We gripped those things down to 10 PSI, and it was more than what we needed to advance on. And the cars is a little bit looser to what I was experiencing when I was driving in the seating bracket. I would have been able to time that transition a lot better, but I had so much grip coming off of outer two and into the keyhole that I just got a little bit too greedy and just I put myself there. I hit him, and I hit him in just the right place where it broke his axles, lower control arm, his tow rod. Our apologies to your team for making you go through that, but always great to battle with Simon. Simon's a stand-up guy, always an honor. See you guys in the next video. Next one's Orlando. It's gonna be lit. You already know if you watch the live stream. So I'll see you then. Later.